Hi guys, welcome to another video of Vibing with Via. I'm sure by now you're wondering what's going on because you're seeing lots of fruits and vegetables. Now the harsh reality is that a lot of people don't like to eat raw veg, they don't like to eat fruits. What's the workaround to that? If you can't eat it, then I'd suggest you drink it. Now, there's a good way in which you can start. I'm going to be showing you 3 different juices that I'm making today. I'll be showing you a green juice, which is good for cleansing the body. And I'll also be showing you how to make a carrot, turmeric, and ginger juice. And I'm also going to be sharing how I make a cherry passion drink. Let's start off, of course, with the green juice. What are the ingredients and why do I have it sitting here in some water? Now, the first thing you're going to recognize is how fresh looking these veggies are. Now, the water in itself will spring this vegetable back to life. Look at this kale. You know, sometimes if you visit the market, you will notice that occasionally you see them splashing things like pak choy. You might see them splashing callaloo. You see them splashing kale. You see them splashing lettuce, and you wonder, what's that about? This is how you hydrate the plant. So I have gone ahead and I have cleaned these plants by putting them in a little bit of baking soda water. Like I think I might have demonstrated that in another video before, how to clean your fruits and veg. So I have this in some water with baking soda, and that will get rid of any impurities that's on the vegetable. That will get rid of any pesticides and anything else that they might have sprayed on the vegetable. Very important because you want this to be as neutral as possible. So this is kale, one such ingredient that's going to be in the green juice. Here we have some celery. I have parsley. A lot of people think that parsley is for the sole benefit of garnishing food. But let me tell you something. This is a healthy option to consume. It really cleans your gut. I mean, it has a little kick, you know, when it's going down. But at the end of the day, it's working wonders in the body. In addition to that, I have some lettuce. This is romaine lettuce. You could choose to use iceberg too if you'd like. I also have, not too many, just a few pieces of spinach. Wait, that's not spinach. Where's my spinach? Here we go. I have a few pieces of spinach here in the water as well. No, I'm not using a lot of spinach because spinach has a tendency when juiced to be somewhat slimy, right? And you know how it goes. Everybody is not going to be a fan of the slime. So I'm literally going to be using 2 to 3 pieces of that lettuce. No, sorry, of that spinach. In addition to this, guess what I'm going to be adding to the green juice? Boom. Some cucumbers. Foreigners, you would say cucumbers. Well, cucumbers or cucumbers, same difference. I'm going to be adding this to the green juice as well. And as a sweetening agent, I'm going to be adding 1 apple. Okay. You could choose to use coconut water. Natural coconut water, no, not the one that you're going to get in the store that's loaded with sugar, just organic coconut. You could choose to use that as well. Please note, the skin of this apple is not going to be used. I'm going to be peeling this off. It has already been washed. And finally, I'm going to be adding some ginger in this green juice. Okay, everything that I make always have a little bit of ginger. Ginger is an excellent antioxidant. You cannot go around the ginger. All right, guys, enough of the talking. Let's get right to it. Process is now on its way. I am just simply cutting up this apple and I'm going to drop it right there in the Vitamix. Now, it's very important that the harder or the firmer fruits are the ones that will go to the base because that will just make the blade work through it real nicely. All right, so once I've done the apple, I'm going to go in now with the celery. This is a Vitamix. We really don't have to cut these vegetables and fruits very fine. You know, we can just rough chop them and drop them in there. At the same time, I am also adding the cucumber to the mix. And immediately following that, I am going to be adding all the greens. And like I said, I'll just drop everything in it. So that's celery. Here goes some lettuce. Here is some kale. Just stuff that right in there. Drop in a little bit of parsley. Where's the spinach? I'm going to probably put that to the top with a little piece more parsley. That's that. No, lie. That's not that. I need to add the ginger. All right, so some persons would use liquid ginger. If you find that if it's all natural liquid ginger, if you have actually pulsed your ginger, or if you've liquefied your ginger, that's fine. Sometimes you can purchase the liquid ginger in a bottle. Look at the brand, choose the one that's going to suit your situation best. So you can use some ginger extract if you like, or you could just go ahead. Let me just add a little bit of ginger extract. There's another important step that I never remember, guys, and that's this: just adding some water. Like I said, it could be coconut water or it could be filtered water. That's what's important. You want to make sure that it's not water directly from the tap that is loaded with the chlorine. Okay, so all right, now in a real life, we're gonna pop the lid on this and we're gonna get this party started. Green juice. This is the finished product, green juice. As quick and easy as that. Your body is going to thank you for this. Now, if you're like me, all this fraud stuff that's at the top, I really don't like this. I much prefer my green juice to be smooth. So what am I going to do? I am actually going to be straining this green juice through a nut bag into a container, and then I'm going to be bottling it. And guess what? My family is going to be happy because everybody will get their own mason jar of green juice. Looks good, right? Let's go. Here we go. Just straining this right now in this nut bag. Everything is gonna come out just right. It's not a difficult process. I just will draw the string on the nut bag here and just simply hold it like this, and look at what is happening. I'll just show you to the end. Rich and potent. Green juice done. Time for our next drink, and we're going to be making the carrot turmeric ginger. So what's an easy way to peel ginger? Simple. Just use a spoon and rub against the ginger, and in no time you will have this skin all the way off. Now, I'm not going to be boring you with the process to show you how I'm doing this. I'll start with the ginger. The same thing applies for the turmeric. You just need to do this, scrape it. Look at that. Quick and easy. We have these things peeled. Now, my advice is that you use a gloves, especially when you're going to be working with turmeric, because just in case you didn't know, turmeric stains, right? Turmeric is also one of those ingredients that you get curry powder from. Organic natural curry powder is a combination of spices, but one of the primary spices happens to be turmeric. That's if you're making yellow curry. Look at the gloves. You see that? This is exactly why you need to make sure that you're just not using your bare hands, because it will stain, and it will stain for days. So once I'm through with the peeling process, I'll show you what's next. Next step, we have our carrots, and I'm just going to peel this. Of course, I am done with the peeling of the ginger and the turmeric. Use that spoon. No, I know some person's going to be like, oh my god, why does she look like she's wasting the carrot? Let me tell you something. When it comes to fruits and vegetables nowadays, I'm not interested in the skin. I'd rather peel it a little bit deeper, right? Don't worry about any nutrients that's to be found in the skin for me. I will definitely peel deeper because I want to make sure that it is clean, right? So it might look like I'm digging deep. That's all right for me. Now, if you look on my plate here, all this skin and peelings, don't throw them away. You can use this in a compost heap. This is a time in which we have to recycle. We have to think about refuse. What's the other R? I think there are 3 R's in guiding. I don't remember the 3. But the bottom line is we just don't want to waste things that can be useful to the environment. This is all natural. This is organic. So it's definitely good for use back in the earth. Okay. I'm going to continue peeling these. Won't bore you with that on screen. And then I'll take you through the next step. The 3 ingredients are here: carrots, ginger, turmeric. Simple process. Throw everything in the Vitamix. In this case, it's not a big deal. Why? Because they're all rock solid. Okay. So remember, I was saying that in the previous section that you want to put the harder fruits to the bottom or the harder veg to the bottom. In this case, no worries. They're all solid. All right. I'm going to be adding now some filtered water to this Vitamix. I'm going to pop the lid on. Smells good. Somehow turmeric smells like it has what do you call this again? Black pepper. It reminds me of black pepper. Okay, and there we have this. Let's go. It's done. Ready. Next step, we're gonna be throwing this in a bowl, just straining it off. Now, when I was showing you the use of the nut bag in the previous section with the green juice, I mean, not everybody may have a nut bag. If you don't have a nut bag, a good old strainer will do. So as you can see here, it's there. I just have this sitting on the side of my bowl. Juice is out. Notice what's happening. Look at the action at the bottom. I hope nobody's gonna watch this and be like, wipe on the bottom. But you understand what I'm saying, right? It's as simple as this. So once all of the juice is out of the strainer, this is ready to drink. You can chill it and drink it, or you can drink it as it is at room temperature. In fact, those persons who are in the health field will tell you, or those persons who do a lot of natural food, they will say to you that the best way to have your fruits and vegetable is at room temperature. So you can drink this as is, but trust me people, let me tell you, with that turmeric and ginger kick that you're about to get out of this, a little chill will definitely make it go down better. So yeah, this one is done, and of course we're just gonna throw this in our glass jar or in our mason jar or whatever container. Please make sure it's glass though and not plastic. All right, so I have one more drink to go. Now when it comes to making Jamaican or Caribbean cherry juice, a lot of persons will do this differently. First things first, make sure your hands are clean. If you notice, for probably the first or second time in the history of you watching these videos, I'm not using a glove or pair of gloves, okay? So I'm just going to be going through and separating the skin of the cherry from the seeds. I'm de-seeding the cherry, basically, taking out the stem as well, putting that in a container to the side. And I am just leaving the flesh behind because I'm going to blend that. Now, there's another way in which you could do this, or many other ways in which you could do this. One way is that you could have put this on the stove top, boil it, and then this juice that you're seeing that's left behind, you could go ahead and use that. Or you could pretty much put this in a blender, put it at low speed, and what it would do is to chop up the skin of the cherry and actually leave the seeds behind, okay? Because the aim of the game is that you don't want the seed to become broken in the mixture any at all. So there are different ways. Some persons just go in and they'll do something like this, all right? And this is why I said it is important that your hands are clean, because you're getting into the midst of this cherry goodness. Now, I don't know about you, but I will tell you that this serves as therapy. If you're really just having one of those days where you want to meditate and think about the goodness of life and check whether or not your arm strength is still intact, this is a juice that you definitely want to make. This is what it's going to look like once we've gone through the process of de-seeding. Next step, I'm going to be putting this in the blender. Now, remember, I was just using my hand, so there's a possibility that maybe one or two would have gotten away somewhere. So I'm going to actually try to put this on a low setting first on the Vitamix, just to listen to hear if there's anything cracking, and then I will know what to do from there. All right, on to the next step. Same treatment. Just pouring this right back into the bowl, putting it through the strainer. This is important. Again, as I said, if there's any seed in it, I don't want that to be there. So I am just straining this off. And then guess what? Right after this, I'm going to be adding the passion fruit, because this is a cherry passion fruit drink. Here I have the passion fruit, and I am now going to extract the seeds from this and just basically put it in a strainer and throw some water over it, and the flavor from the passion fruit is going to be infused in the water, and then I'm going to be adding it to the cherry. Simple process. Now, passion is very potent. It has a unique flavor. very potent. You know, with this particular drink, because of the flavor of the passion, even though we're making this as natural juice, I want you to understand that if you have cane sugar, that would have been an ideal thing to add. If you have coconut sugar, to add as a sweetener as well. If not, you can drink it as it is, because I'm going to be having it just as you see it here. If you notice already, the juice is being released in the bottom of the pan, but I'm just gonna put some water on this and allow the flavor to become, the water rather, to become infused. Passion juice is now in our Vitamix, and I'm going to now add the cherry juice to it, combine both. If you'd like, you can sweeten this a little bit, because you know, the flavor, just to enhance the flavor a little bit, you want to add a sweetener. If not, it can be had just as is. The choice is yours. I'm not adding any sweetener here, but you can. All right, so I'm just gonna blend this. This is quick and easy. 2 minutes, this is done.
It's vibing with Via. And once they start this, I can't quit. You are gonna love this. It's vibing with Via, vibing with Via.